the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Checking in with the Indiana head coach before the game. He is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. So Indiana's kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. Deep in the end zone, it's Boyd. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Jones wants to throw it. Out wide right, it's Brown. Still running at the 40. Wide open on the right. The 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Florida. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
That is how you make a quarterback look good. Throw it short, run it a long way. He gets all the yardage for that play. Start the football game, finding your playmaker, and your playmaker does the rest, takes it to the house, and gets this offense started out on fire.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Fielded in the end zone, it's Morris. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for room, it's Beebe. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman, like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Gator. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
He'll bring it out. It's Beal. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Moving the pocket, it's Hoover. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That's caught. It's Becker. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And obviously huge shoes to fill if you're Indiana's offense this season, having to replace a Heisman Trophy winner in Fernando Mendoza, David. And it's not going to be easy. And obviously you go to the portal and you try to bring the next guy in. But honestly, when you look at Indiana's quarterback play, it goes even beyond Fernando Mendoza to Curtis Rourke. The year before that, they have been so consistent at this position as of late.
Yeah, and I think with Indiana proving who they are now as a program, like if you come here as a quarterback, you're going to have success. You're going to take a leap, a Fernando Mendoza type leap.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Guys, let's chat about Florida. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a four-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. There he goes to the right. At the 30. 10. In with the pick six. Touchdown, Indiana.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They'll go to the counter. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Defense did a really good job stringing that one out.
You got to see the counter when you start to pull guys, understanding I'm going to spill that ball, make sure it bounces outside, out wide, doesn't come downhill. Great job by the defense understanding that and pursuing to the football.
He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Jones to throw. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Sends it back in motion. Selling the fake. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Yeah, and right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And right down the middle. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds. An excellent field position for this offense. All wideouts, no backs. Jones wants to throw it. Stepping to the right. Trying to get rid of it.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Here's a give the ball. He'll be dropped.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Look out! Takes a hit as he fires. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long, whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages. He just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it.
Snags it, and there's running room. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
Well, that didn't take long. I mean, they started off this drive with great field position, and that's critical.
They'll run it. It's Richard. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Left side is shot. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. On the move. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. He wants it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And there's something you don't see often, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get at minimum tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Beebe. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Moves the pocket. It's Hoover. Right side, it's Richard.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on that time, made a real good decision. I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Out wide left, it's shot. He's stopping. He's got enough to move the chain.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And the Hoosiers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Quick give. It's Beebe. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. The Hoosiers need to pick it up on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Grabs it in the middle. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. 4th down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Release to the back. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Second down, gonna throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Wants to throw again. Here comes the heat. Just gets rid of that one.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with this target.
The Hoosiers send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Trying to get started. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. First play of this drive. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And the Gators want to crank the tempo.
And I like what the offense did right there. A lot of times on 1st down, you're thinking run, right? Like be aggressive, come downhill, try to take advantage of the defense. It wasn't a big play, but that will slow this defense down a little bit and just remind them they have to play those screens.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Making the adjustment. Jones to throw. Rush right in his face. And he gets rid of it.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Hauls it in at the 25. Makes a move. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And I've been there. This is one of those games you just want to forget right away and turn the page. 4 picks now thrown by this guy, and you're just not able to make your reads. Things aren't clicking. You're not seeing the field, and the ball's not coming out right. Next week cannot come soon enough for him, I can tell you that.
Breaks the tackle. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard.
The defense sort of herds this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage, and he'll take the loss. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. And now the offense will back it up 5 and try it on 2nd and long. Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Finds a crease. It's Pryor. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Jones wants to throw it. Left side is Jackson. He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. 3rd down, understanding the sticks. And what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open. He sees him. He throws it. Man, it does not stay open long because they break on the football with great tackling and force the 4th down.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye that pull Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's get right to it with Liberty taking on the James Madison Dukes. And it's the Flames looking to bounce back from the Game 1 loss. They lead here in the first half.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return.
Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. The Hoosiers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, it's Hoover. That's reeled in, it's shot. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37, it's 1st and 10. Run inside. It's Beebe. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Gets rid of it. Got his man. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running routes, when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
To the air, it's Hoover. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be fourth down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Oh, he wants it all. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps. The football, nowhere to go.
Third quarter, opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. This time they'll throw it. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Touchdown, Indiana! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. Sees an alley. He breaks a tackle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Out wide right, it's Jackson. He's loose. Touchdown, Florida. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Out wide left, it's Marsh. Smashes through the tackle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. The Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo. Fresh center downs going to the air. Rush is on. He's sacked. This defense all over him. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just...
Gonna take a shot. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet.
And that's the problem when you get in 2nd and forever. The defense knows. They make you one-dimensional. They know you're going to take shots down the field. They stay deep, they break on the football, and they take advantage of the opportunity.